Hi, fellow Agilistas! Today I'm going to show you how you can bring structure to almost any meeting with almost no effort. We'll talk about how you can pull off a lean coffee meeting like a pro. Despite its name, a lean coffee has nothing to do with either lean or coffee. It's simply a lightweight meeting format that should have a laid-back coffee round atmosphere. A lean coffee can be used for sharing knowledge, retros, Q&A sessions, or any meeting where you want to give structure to discussion items in no time.
As if we would ever have been in a messy meeting without an agenda.
So grab your sticky notes and let's do this. I'll show you this in Miro, but you can do this, of course, in an analog meeting just as well. In the template, you will also find all the steps explained in a written facilitation guide. This is our lean coffee template, and I'll explain each step along the way. First, we enter the title of our lean coffee. In my example, this is a Q&A session. Now we ask our audience to brainstorm topics, or in our case, questions, one sticky per question. Once they're done, ask them to briefly explain their topic or question in case it's not self-explanatory. Now that we have the questions, ask the audience to vote on the topics they're most interested in to discuss. I personally like to give 3 voting dots per person, but this is totally up to you. You can either use Miro's voting feature, I'll show this to you briefly, or use the pre-prepared voting dots below. The items that are going to be discussed today are the questions ranked by number of votes. So this is our agenda. This way, you make sure that in case you run out of meeting time at the end, the most important topics have been discussed. Okay, we select our first question, and we also set an initial timer of 8 minutes and start discussing. When the timer goes off, ask your audience to tell you via Roman vote whether, thumbs up, they want to continue discussing this item, thumbs down, they no longer see any value discussing this item, or thumbs to the side, they are fine either way. This is the only tricky part, I would say, in facilitating lean coffee, because sometimes people who are not so familiar with this meeting format may be a bit hard to stop while they're discussing. So be prepared to have a reaction ready for this. Now let's assume the majority wants to continue discussing this question. So we set a timer to half the original time, now 4 minutes. When the timer goes off, same thing, we do a Roman vote. If they still want to continue, half the time, 2 minutes, Roman vote, 1 last minute, and then we're done. Pro tip: calculate the maximum length per topic beforehand. For a knowledge sharing session, you may want to allow 15 minutes per topic. For a Q&A session, you probably want to spend way less time per question. Provided that we always get thumbs up to continue the conversation, here's the math. Let's say we start our first round with 8 minutes, then 4, then 2, then 1 equals 15. If we start with 4, then 2, then 1 equals 7, and so on. It's not that hard. I think you get the hang of it. Whenever you're done with a topic, be sure to capture any learnings or action items in the section below. And this is it. Continue with the next item just the same way. If you like the template we just used, there's good news for you. It's available for free download, and I'll put a link for you in the description below. Let me know any questions or comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
It's for the algorithm.
Yeah, it's for me too. Bye. If you want to do a knowledge sharing session, so here's the math. Provided that we get a thumbs up.
if we would